Misfit Nation.
No, let's do COVID first because
COVID.
it won't take that long.
Okay.
Because
This is the coronavirus global pandemic.
Back.
Back like it never left.
Because it never did.
there's a couple things in the news. One, we'll talk about real quick.
Okay.
Is now they're recommending people to wear double masks. Which
Yeah, the CDC, I think they sent out a tweet. I saw that. It was like, we now encourage people to wear 2 masks because it stops the virus from escaping from the side of the other mask.
well, basically they're admitting that one mask doesn't do anything, just like we've been saying.
So how do we fix one mask not doing anything? Let's
Put
do
2 masks.
masks.
That
Well,
should
2 of
make it
anything is a
better.
problem. So,
Which it actually does make it better.
right.
But you're just admitting that we've been doing a pointless thing for a year, wearing a mask. Yeah, so just had to put that out there.
Gotcha.
But this is the big news. Now, there's some top scientists, biologists, who are claiming that the probability that this was a man-made virus in a Wuhan lab is 90%. It's a big
90%.
probability, yeah. Which basically means it's more than likely that's where it came from.
So I think I called that early, didn't I? I'm pretty sure.
Well, we talked about it a while ago of how there was a whole story of they were trying to, I guess, work on the SARS virus, and that's where it all came from. And one of the workers contracted it, went home, gave it to her boyfriend, and that's where it all started from. She's dead now.
Right.
By the way.
But the story that was released to us was the
bats.
Yeah, well, the bats and the fish market. Because there was a fish market involved.
The meat market you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah. So, the way this disease spread in that area was pretty quick, but you see how Wuhan is like back to like almost normal.
No, I think that's all lies.
You think that's lies? You think it's not back to normal in Wuhan?
Or maybe it was never. Maybe because now we can get into the whole world of like maybe it was what do they call it? Biological weapon.
A biological weapon.
Because if you look at it, China stopped the world. Yeah, and it was based on horseshit. It was based on fake science. It was based on lies, conspiracies. The World Health Organization lied for them. So, but then there's talks that they hoarded a bunch of medical supplies and shit to take care of it.
Okay.
But they did that without telling us that it was going to be an issue. So yeah.
Well, it's national security, Chris. Can't divulge that information to everybody.
Well, you're supposed to. That's why we have the World Health Organization.
Yeah, we tell the World Health Organization what to say.
China does.
No, the cabal.
The cabal. You're right. That's the new word.
The cabal.
The cabal. It's them, bro.
Say it. Say it again, please.
The cabal.
You caballing me right now?
You're full of cabal.
I'm full of cabal.
Well, this is the interview where the scientist, he's a very well credited scientist. Like this guy's been on I've seen this guy on TV all the time. He's always on Joe Rogan's podcast. Yeah. So
heard a lot recently about the fact that maybe the virus did start in the lab. Let's talk about that. The fact that there is this lab, I think it's the only one in the world quite like it, in Wuhan, where it started. It would almost be a conspiracy theory to think it didn't start in a lab.
You would think.
Right? And that theory was demonized at first, that, oh, it can't, that, come on, that's conspiracy thinking, that it would started in the lab. But it certainly is a 50-50, would you say that?
Oh, it's far more likely than that. As a matter of fact, I said, I think in June, that the chances that it came from the lab looked to me to be about 90%.
Okay.
So this was never a conspiracy theory. In fact, that term is simply used to make it go away. It's an obvious hypothesis that is in need of testing, and we are only now, a year in, getting to the point where we can discuss it out loud without being stigmatized.
Okay. A big part of the problem, of course, is that we are so politicized, we are so polarized and partisan now as a country that if the wrong guy proposed this to begin with, and for half the country it was the wrong guy, then the rest of the country says, no way, no how, we're going to call that a conspiracy theory, and we're never going to revisit it. And the fact is that's not how science works. That is not science. You need to say, I've got a pattern, I'm going to make some observations, and I'm going to consider every possible explanation on the table. And did it leak from a lab? That was clearly from the beginning a possibility.
Okay, so let me ask you.
For sure.
From the beginning.
From the beginning. What we've been saying, like.
And people. Well, I'll be fair. We haven't been harping on it, but we did say it's a possibility. Like we were open to talk about it.
Yeah.
People were fucking again. Stories were getting banned, suppressed. You were considered at the time if you talked about that, you were considered to be racist against Chinese people. You were considered to be a danger to public health.
Xylophonic.
Xenophobic.
Oh, xenophobic.
Yeah. That means you hate xylophones.
Yeah, fucking hate xylophones.
Fucking hate that.
Waste
Those
of an
plinking
instrument.
sounds.
What the fuck?
But yeah, you were considered all those things just for talking about that.
Right.
And again, a wild-eyed conspiracy theorist, which I don't know if I don't remember specifically. But Bill Maher is part of leftist media, so he's like kind of giving it like as if he wasn't part of that, or that it wasn't his side doing that. And Bill Maher is one of the fair ones, so I'm not gonna go too hard on him, but he's part of it. He's part of what he's talking about.
Bill Maher's so fair. He said nigger. Like that's how fair he is.
Yeah. Gotta respect the guy that.
Hey man, I'm not a house nigga. Like that coming from a white dude. That was pretty wild. Fucking sick, bro.
Well, yeah. So that's sort of the update there.
Bro, thanks for the coronavirus update.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? Do you think? Do I think
it was a what? An experiment gone wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that China was making an experiment to, I don't know who they were gonna attack, but they were trying to weaponize a disease. That's all I know. They were trying to have this weapon. Everybody has nukes. Everybody's doing this. Everybody's doing that. Let's do something a little different. Let's get a little biological warfare going against every treaty that we have ever signed. But fuck it, we're gonna do it. It got out by accident. Oh shit! All right, it's just a new type of disease because somebody ate a bat. That's the story. Give it to them.
Also, again, China's a communist country. I really don't put it past them that they wouldn't, if it wasn't a mistake, that they didn't let it get out and looked at it like, hey, if we kill a few of our people, who gives a fuck?
Right.
As long as it doesn't kill us.
In fact, it's proven now they're gonna fix that shit. To where it don't kill them. Watch.
Yeah. Or
because it's proven now. It's like, okay, it works. So what do we have to do to where we don't get sick? Or
genetically change
or the
it.
people that we want to get sick will get sick.
Well, look at that. Maybe there's a conspiracy in that of like Chinese people are very strict on like keeping their bloodline pure. Maybe that's a genetic thing. We're gonna come up with something that only affects the round eyes.
The round eyes. Oh shit. It's a derogatory term for normal people too, huh?
Normal people.
Normal people.
But yeah, I mean, who's to say that's not a thing? Like we can get it to where at least the gene, the genes it affects more non-Chinese people, not Asians.
Right.
It affects them worse. I don't know. Is that possible?
Yeah, I could definitely see fucking Polynesians going out and Cambodians going out, but like not Chinese people or Japanese people. Those two would probably be
last stand.
Oh, like they'll be
Yeah.
the ones that'll survive.
Well, they're the prime of that species.
Yeah. Is that how you put it?
Yeah, just
All
like the prime of our species
Is
is
white people.
No. He's out. White people. No, absolutely not. But like the warrior, like the African warrior, like that's like the
Oh, okay.
Right. So
That can live in the element. Yeah.
So I don't know if it'd be like that for the rest of for the cast-offs, so to say.
But that's what I'm saying. It could affect genes as opposed to, and we're not scientists, so we don't know.
If you truly weaponize a weapon, that's what you're trying to make it do in the first place. I think at that point you just got to figure out how it doesn't affect your people.
Well, do you think they go, okay, because I have a feeling they would come up with the cure, I guess. I think that's where it'll go. Like where they go, we have a cure, but it's, obviously it's something else.
Right.
Because they're not opposed to doing some grimy, corrupt shit. I think honestly, I think it's all a biological weapon. I'm going down that route. I 100% believe it. They purposely let it out. They wanted to stop the world. They want to control the world. And this is the way they're trying to do it. I think it's worth looking into.
Now, do you think that they are working alone, or are they in conjunctions with other countries, other powers?
I think they're in conjunction with even our leaders.
Okay.
And that's I think our leaders are falling in line. That's why the lockdowns are the way they are.
What World Bank does the Chinese government work with? Do you know?
You know what? This is I think their World Bank is Switzerland.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where it all.
Wow.
And I really believe Switzerland is where the cabal is.
You might be on something.
Yeah.
You might be too close to something. Actually.
Only neutral country.
Talk about
Nobody
it.
talks about it. Nobody looks at it.
You can't even be a rapper and go over there.
But a lot of powerful people go over there, and they have accounts. I think that's where it's being controlled. Why
that's a good bet.
Why do they get to stay neutral? Hasn't anybody ever just fucked with them?
Switzerland, bro. You don't fuck with Switzerland, bro.
Right?
And Switzerland got some shit. Switzerland got the ultimate I could blow this whole planet up shit going on over there probably.
I guarantee you.
Yeah.
They made the Swiss knife.
The Swiss Army knife, you're right. Innovation.
They can do anything, bro.
Right.
Innovation.
Could you imagine that's what it's all funded off of?
Swiss
Army knives.
Switzerland. Jesus. What a monster. That's a monster.
I gave you corkscrew.
Yeah. We all added our part.